High?
Yep.
Ooh, I rolled a 3.
Rolled a 5.
Okay.
I'll go first.
Okay.
Good luck, have fun.
Yeah. I will keep my hand.
Yeah, I'll keep 2.
Okay. On you.
Sure. Discard for Kleis.
Sure.
Top deck, please.
And you get to look at the top deck of mine.
You can keep that.
Okay.
And then we're going 2-4 for Ultimecia.
Sure.
I get Geomancer. You get a summon.
Okay. So it just stays revealed?
Yep.
Okay.
Past you.
Sure. 2. Urkadurkey. Pitch 1 for Yuna. Pitch Leviathan for Tros. Tros, when a forward you control is returned from the field to its hand, I'll draw a card that only happens once per turn. I can pay 0 at damage 3 to make it a forward that when he attacks, I can choose a forward of cost 4 or less and bounce it back to your hand.
Okay.
And that's all I got. I'll pass.
I'll just pass you.
Okay. Draw 1. Draw 2. Okay. Go 2, 3. Play Titus, and I'll pass.
All right.
You remember what Titus does?
He's unblockable, and when he is
Chosen by one of your summons or abilities, I can put him back into my deck. He goes on the bottom, and then if I do so, I can choose one of your forwards and bottom deck it. When he goes from the field into the deck, I can draw 3.
Okay. So, that 2, 3, 4,
5?
5, 6, 7.
Ooh.
Phildonis.
Yeah, sounds good.
And pass you.
Okay. Draw 1. Draw 2. Okay. Must choose Thanos if possible. Chosen by summons that cost 5 or less. Your abilities of characters 5 or less cancel their effects. Got it. We're gonna go to combat. Titus can't be blocked.
Yep. Ramza.
Okay. I will pitch for Mashri, and I will pass.
Okay. Go in combat.
Yeah,
Swing for 9K.
I will take it. No burst.
That's abilities or summons and abilities?
Summons or abilities.
Summons or abilities. Okay.
Yep.
Two, 3,
Mm-hmm.
4, 5 total.
Mhm.
For ejects, choose it to bounce. One attack. Let's try to bounce the Titus.
Try to bounce the Titus. Okay. On the stack,
Yep.
I'm gonna Atomos. So you select a forward and put it into the break zone.
Yep. Get eject.
You're gonna put Eject into the break zone?
Yep.
Okay. And then I see here, the Titus just goes back to my hand by Jack's ability.
one more force attack this turn. Turn the chosen forward to the opponent's hand. If 3 or more, blah blah. Yep.
Okay, I'll just return it to hand then.
Good. That's you.
Okay. 2. I'm gonna go 2, 3 for Sildra. I'm gonna search for 2 water characters, each of a different cost, and add them to my hand.
Good.
So we're gonna get.
Do you have to declare that before, or whether you're choosing to? Is it 2 5s or 2 water forwards, or? Yeah. Do you have to declare that before, or?
I
This is like a rules thing.
As far as the rule processing, I don't think it matters
Okay.
because you're just searching for 2 or 2 5s or 1 of each,
Right.
with a different cost.
Oh yeah, there's not really so much type of stuff you can do.
So I'm gonna get. I get a Merle Wib, and we will get a Leviathan.
Good.
Cut if you'd like.
Good.
These go to hand. And I will pass 4 in hand.
Good. 1 2.
Mm-hmm.
It's more about I'm trying to figure out how to do
We'll go to combat.
Yeah,
Swing with Phil Thomas.
I will take the point. No burst.
Main 2.
Mm-hmm.
Draw a card, or you can choose 4, do something.
Or I can reduce the cost of my next summon by 3.
Okay. I'm gonna go 1 2.
Mm-hmm.
4 for Hilda. Draw a card.
Sure.
And I'll pass you.
Okay. 1, 2. I'm going to remove 3 summons and draw a card.
pitch the Shiva, tap this to play this
I'm going to pitch Tros for 2 and cast Sildra, reduced by 1, reduced by 1.
Go.
So I'll search for my 2 characters.
Wow.
Hmm?
Wow, that's really good.
Yeah. So I'll get Blue Worm as my 2, and I'll get.
So when I force you to discard, I'll choose
Nope, have to be different costs. So we'll get
I have 2 or less cards in my hand. I get
Merweeb again.
it costs
Or wave searches for a water character.
Water forward.
Water forward. Okay.
and then at the end of my turns, if both players have no cards in hand, you take 1 damage. So I'm gonna attack first because that's ace. Doesn't die. Then I'll take my turn. Take a point of damage from lightning because we both have no cards in hand. And then
Thank you. Okay. We will go to combat. Mashuri.
Take it. Go.
Okay.
And how's it? Heidegger.
Yep. And then we'll remove 1, 2, 3 more summons to draw a card.
Yep.
That's easy. Tap for Atomas.
Yep.
Pitch Merweeb for Blue Worm. When Blue Worm enters, I'll draw a card.
Yep.
And then we'll go two, 4 for Merwib, and I'll search for a water forward and add it to my hand.
Sounds good.
We'll get lightning. Remember what she does.
Yeah, 1 forward right now. Or
Yep, 1 forward currently. Cut if you'd like. And I'll pass.
okay. End of turn, Geomancer.
Sure.
Okay, top. Okay. Start of turn, draw 2. 1, 2. Hey. Where are my lightning cards? We're gonna go 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4 for Ash.
Sure.
Then I'll go into combat.
Sure.
So yeah, choose either draw 1 card, discard 1 card, activate a character. Choose 2. Okay. I'm going to choose to discard and draw 1.
Sure.
Discarding.
Is it draw 1 then discard or discard then draw?
Draw 1, then discard.
Okay.
Yeah. Draw 1. Thank you. And let's discard you. Then I'll also activate a card. Then choose 1 character, activate it. The 3rd option.
Yep, select up to 2 of the 4. You're good.
And then main phase 2, pass
Yep.
you.
Okay. Draw 2. Dope. We are gonna go to combat. Tap 1. Play Leviathan. I'm gonna target your Ash and bounce it back to its hand.
Bounce back to hand.
Yep. Trust will trigger and I'll draw a card. We'll declare an attack with Mashri.
Response.
Yeah, what's up?
Or
Yeah, you're
So-
fine.
so you declare
So
the
you can
attack
do
and then
your
do-
Geomancer first
and then damage.
and then damage.
Okay.
Because right now we're on attack decks.
Okay.
So there's a priority.
In
Go ahead.
response to the attack, Geomancer.
Yep.
Keep. And then take a hit. Remora.
Sure.
Draw a card.
And you're
plus or 10k.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
Mm.
Till the end of turn, reduces 2k for each card in your hand. Got it. Mashri's out. Pay 0, make Blue Worm a forward, and then it'll break at the end of turn.
Yep.
Blue Worm.
Move.
Okay. Main phase 2. 2, 3, 4. Titus.
Yep.
And I will pass turn. Blue worm breaks.
Okay.
1 forward right now.
Orin's on field, he has to be targeted first. Yeah, he's like Charlotte. Orin breaks, because I can pull something out of draw card.
Making sure if I have a card that says select something,
Select is non-targeting.
yep, and then break and then do something else, and then you return it on instead. I can still do something else after that, right?
Okay, so you're going to do something to make me select and
Or
not.
if I if I played X, I chose Titus,
Yeah,
and I sent it to the bottom instead.
sending him to the bottom.
Would I
Yep.
still be able to pull a 4-drop?
Choose 1 forward opponent controls and 1 forward of cost 4 less in your break zone. Break the former and play the latter onto the field. You're choosing them at the same time. Stack. Break the former, play the latter. The ability, I believe, still looks to satisfy as much as possible. Let me get a quick reference on that. Because that's actually a really interesting interaction. Reach out to the judges chat.
You have 1 more turn to survive.
We're gonna use Unilesco. We're both gonna discard a card.
No.
And then I'm going to pitch one to that means unite. And because I have no cards, you have no cards, I can It was. I have never seen people, I have not actually watched anybody play it.
And you guys like sit for another.
I have an idea what they do. It's not what I expected, which was play the backup deck for players that do things. That rate is very strong, and so is the haste.
I'm pretty sure it does.
I guess it proceeds to the next, or it proceeds to.
Because it still looks to fulfill as much as possible. Because it's not choose this. If you do, then this happens. It's like a choose this and this. If one becomes an ineligible target, or it's not there anymore, I believe the second does still come out, but we'll get that second clarification here in just a moment. So just hold tight. That's gonna be an interesting one. Because I'm gonna have to remember that when I go down to Florida. That's one I don't.
Yeah, if they were like separate sentences, or then I'd be
Right.
like, okay, yeah, I'll do that. But it's like do the sentence.
Rule processing is fun.
James, the more I play this, the more I think that is also a problem.
Free play, ready everything?
Yeah.
I think it's very strong.
With Waka already on field, I think he's a problem. That's the counters there.
But if Waka's not on the board, who cares? You know what I mean?
I guess on top of that, would it
You just stonewall it till you get the board you want.
would it do that first? The
So it's you're making both designations at the same time. So you're choosing Titus
Yep.
and you're choosing that, and that ability of break Titus, play that to the field, and then on top of the stack, Titus triggers. Because Titus then says when he's chosen by your opponent
Yeah.
summons your abilities, you can put him at the bottom of your deck.
so Titus would go
When you do so, choose a forward opponent controls, put it at the bottom of its stack. Which in this case, you don't have anything for me to choose at that point of the stack, so Titus would just go, and then I'd draw 3 cards.
Yeah.
And come on, guys, you usually respond really fast. I'm sorry.
He took cards out. Deck out one. You should try to find copies of this, because this will trigger your It's one of the numbers. Recent stuff, yeah.
Dope, it does. That's what I thought. So yes, your 4 cost will still come to the field.
Okay.
So what's your target?
I'm not playing it yet.
Oh, okay. Sorry, man.
But,
I
like,
just...
I will eventually, but.
Okay.
Okay, so starting with 1, 2, 3, 4 for Ash.
Sure.
Go to combat. And
Yep.
choosing the. Choosing the draw discard,
Okay.
and also choosing the blank out Titus.
Okay. That's pretty good.
Not discard. Discard you.
Mhm.
Then going into main two.
Yeah.
1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Total 8.
2, 4, 6, 8. Yep.
For Exa.
Yep.
Bring Titus. He's
Yep.
blanked out.
And then your 4 costs that you're bringing.
Is going to be God.
Okay. Yeah.
That's you.
Okay. Draw 2. We're gonna go 2, 3. Play lightning. When lightning enters the field, I'll choose a forward. If the number of forwards I control, or the number of forwards you control is greater than the number that I control, the forward gets removed from the game. So we're going to elect to remove Cloud from the game.
Right.
And then
I'll choose the 4 that costs 2 less and the turn to the other game of the on that side. I'll block a special.
2 for blue worm. I'll draw a card.
Yep.
Dope. And I will pass.
Go. Move to combat.
Sure. Before you motion into combat at the end of main phase 1, I'm going to pay 2 to bounce Ash back to hand with Leviathan.
Okay. Bounced.
Okay. Tros will trigger and I'll draw a card. And continue.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Still 1. Ash.
Sure.
Going to combat, choosing the draw and discard.
Sure. Go ahead.
Discarding you. And choosing to activate. Activate you.
Sure. And then just remember that those two aren't forwards yet.
Yep. And then I'll pass.
Okay. Draw 1. Draw 2. Go to combat. I'm going to declare an attack with lightning while holding priority. I'm going to pay 2 to cast Leviathan, and we'll put Ash back into your hand.
Yep.
Trost will trigger. I'll draw a card. And then you have the attack coming in.
The attack coming. I will. Sure. Tap. 5 total.
Sure.
Go.
2, 4, 5. Okay. Targeting lightning, I
Sorry.
assume.
Yes, targeting lightning.
That's fine. Lightning will break. I will pay 0 to make blue worm a forward, and it'll break at the end of turn.
Yep.
Swing in with blue worm.
Golbez.
Okay. I will go to pass turn. Blue worm will break.
Sorry, at the end of turn.
Yeah. What you got?
Geomancer.
Sure.
Should have done that before the attack. Oh. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, go.
Oh darn.
Whoops. Sure, let's gamble. 1, 2, 3, 4 total.
Sure.
My player.
Ooh.
What you got?
How many cards is it?
2.
Top 2.
Top 2.
One can go on the bottom. The other you can cast.
I'll choose to cast this one. Bottom that one.
This one goes on the bottom.
Yep.
Okay. And then, are you choosing to cast that card?
No.
Okay. It does get revealed.
Okay.
Ah. Ah. That's a good one to keep.
Pass you.
Okay. Okay.
It's not. Is it just this turn, or
It's indefinite.
you can cast it? Okay, as I did.
Yep.
Alright. Pain cost this turn.
Oh, this turn?
Yeah.
Then it's
So
just
it's
out.
It's just out.
Yep. We're gonna go 2, 3. Titus. I'll pass.
Alright.
Clown comes in with that four, 2, 3, 3.
So targeted.
Yes.
It's obnoxious.
It is obnoxious. Titus.
Yeah, it is. This is why we play a 3-2 split in my deck.
Right.
I'm like, fuck it, both of them are good.
2, 3, 4. Flying Ash.
Okay.
Move in combat.
This time of the round, for those of you who have been playing, we'll go an extra like 5 or 6 minutes since we were waiting on that ruling.
Motion combat, or move in combat, choosing draw and discard.
Sure.
Also choosing to blank.
Gonna blank Titus.
Yes.
That's fine. Do it, I dare you. Get rid of him.
You're like, let me draw 3.
No, he's blank.
And
Oh, his auto doesn't go up then?
I mean, I guess I could if I want, but I'm not worried about it.
That's fair.
Get rid of you.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's too much. Exit.
We're gonna target to remove it from Zig game.
Yes, sir.
That's okay. That's fine.
Yeah. That's you.
We're gonna go 2, 4,
Yeah.
5. Cast Leviathan.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna go to put Ash back into your hand, and then I'm gonna choose a water forward in my break zone and add it to my hand.
Good.
So I'm gonna choose Titus. Because Ash went to your hand, I will trigger Tros to draw a card.
Yep.
Yeah, it's okay.
Shit, guys.
Two, 3. Play Titus. Just gonna keep doing it.
Goodness.
Pass turn.
Yeah, once I draw my X stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that, but sure. Let's have it my way. BK.
Mm. That's pretty good.
Moving to combat.
Yep.
Swing on attack.
I'm gonna take a point of damage. And then it's if I block, I take another point of damage. That's fine. I'll take the point. Ooh.
Going to main 2.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go 2-4 for Lakshmi.
Sure.
End of turn. Draw a card.
Sure. How many cards do you have in hand? Just 2? My turn?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Draw 2. We are gonna go to combat.
Yep.
Go 2, 3. Leviathan, put Lakshmi back into your hand.
Back to hand.
Yep. Tros will trigger. I'll draw a card.
Yep.
We're gonna swing with Titus.
Take it. Move.
And then
6.
I'll pay 0 to make Tros a forward.
Mhm.
And then I'll swing for game.
Yeah.
Good game.
Good game.